When it comes to changing your financial life, the small changes hold incredible power. They create a ripple effect that builds over time. Over decades, with interest, that small habit could fund a part of your retirement. It's not the size of the change, it's how often you do it that creates the magic of compounding. Most people overestimate what they can do in a short time and completely underestimate what they can achieve in the long run. We live in a world obsessed with instant gratification, big wins, quick fixes, overnight success. But real, lasting progress comes from steady, intentional actions, and that's what we'll be talking about here today. So keep on watching, your future self will thank you. Number 1. Pay attention and gain control. Most people feel like money just slips through their fingers like magic. But really, it's not magic, okay? It's math. When you start paying attention to where your money goes, you see the patterns you didn't even realize were there. And once you see where your money is going, you take back control. You're no longer reacting, okay? You're deciding. This small habit doesn't just help you to save, it changes how you think. Suddenly, you start questioning every buy. Is this really worth it? Could I use this money better somewhere else? And just like that, your mindset shifts. Think of it this way, when you organize your finances, it's like decluttering your life. Everything becomes clearer, simpler, and easier to manage. That clarity is where real control and real financial growth begins. Number 2, automation makes life easier. How do you build wealth without even thinking about it? Well, automation, of course. Now here's how it works. Every month, before you even see your paycheck, a portion of it goes automatically into your savings or investment account. It's like setting up a system where your future self gets paid first. No stress, no decisions, and no temptation to spend it on something fleeting. The magic of automation isn't just convenience, it's discipline without the effort. Over time, these small automatic transfers grow into something significant, and you barely even notice the impact on your day-to-day life. Think of automation as the ultimate cheat code for staying consistent. Just like this video lays everything out for you so you don't have to overthink or search for the connections, automation takes the guesswork out of saving. It's simple, effective, and keeps you on track to hit all of your financial goals. Set it and forget it, my friend. That's how the wealthy keep on building without relying on willpower. So what's stopping you from making the switch? Number 3, plan first, spend less. You ever walk into a store without a plan and left with a cart full of things you did not need? That's the power of impulse buying. So imagine the opposite now. A list in hand, a clear plan of what you need, and the discipline to stick to it. That's how a simple shopping list can transform your spending habits. Planning ahead focuses your attention on what matters. It cuts out the noise of flashy deals and impulse buys that drain your wallet. You're not just spending less, you're spending smarter. Think of this article as your financial shopping list. Each point is like a carefully chosen item. No filler, no unnecessary fluff. It's structured to keep you on track, just like a list helps you to avoid financial distractions. When you start planning your purchases, whether it's groceries or major expenses, you're not just saving money, you are gaining control. And that's where the real payoff begins. Number 4, ask and you'll get more. Now, you'd be surprised at how often asking can save you money. Companies know most people won't bother to negotiate their bills, so they leave a little wiggle room. That's why a simple phone call and asking for a better rate can pay off big time. It works because you're not demanding, you're requesting. Whether it's a discount on your internet plan, a lower interest rate on your credit card, or waiving a random fee, the worst they could do is say no. And more often than not, they'll say yes. Just think of this video the same way. It's giving you more than just surface-level tips. It's helping you understand why these strategies work. That's like getting extra value for the same effort. Just like asking for a discount gets you more out of the services you're already paying for. So here's the takeaway, okay? Don't leave money on the table. Make the call, ask the question, and watch how those small savings add up over time. Number 5, turn small gains into big wins. Every dollar you spend, it can work harder for you. Cash back and rewards cards are like mini bonuses for the money you already plan to spend. Groceries, gas, your monthly subscriptions, all of these can give you something back if you're smart about it. So here's the trick. Always pay off the balance each month to avoid interest. That way, the rewards stay as gains, not losses. Over time, those little perks, whether it's cash back, points, or travel miles, can add up to big opportunities. It's like maximizing what you're already doing. Think of this video like a rewards program for your brain, okay? Every tip here is designed to give you a little extra insight or inspiration, helping you to build momentum for smarter financial moves. Just like those rewards, the benefits compound if you use them consistently. So ask yourself, how can you start turning your everyday spending into long-term wins? Number 6, cut out what's wasting your time or money. That gym membership you haven't touched, the streaming service you forgot about, or that app you signed up for a free trial, they're all quietly siphoning cash from your account. Canceling them isn't just about saving money, okay? It's about taking back control. When you cut out services you don't use, every dollar you save becomes a tool for something more meaningful. Those dollars could be fueling an investment, padding your emergency fund, or paying down debt faster. It's not just about cutting costs, it's about redirecting that money into your future. This video's like a subscription cleanup for your brain, okay? Each point delivers only what's valuable, cutting out the fluff so you can focus on strategies that actually make a difference. Just like unsubscribing from what no longer serves you. Number 7, prepare once, save always. Think of meal prep as the ultimate financial multitasker. It stops you from overspending on convenience and keeps your grocery bill lean by focusing on what's essential. It's not just about eating better, it's about spending smarter. When you plan your meals ahead of time, you avoid the expensive temptation of last-minute takeout, and you use what you already have without hassle. Cooking in batches turns your kitchen into a mini money-saving factory where a little effort up front pays off big in the long run. Meal prepping helps your wallet and the structure helps your brain. Efficient, effective, and always on point. So what's on your financial menu this week? Number 8, invest for tomorrow. When you invest windfalls instead of spending them, you're choosing long-term security over immediate pleasure. This small shift builds wealth because your money works for you over time, growing in value instead of disappearing. For example, each point on this list is like an investment. You're learning something now that you can apply for years, just as saving windfalls gives you financial returns down the road. Another solid example is our Alux app subscribers. They're making this wise investment every single day they open up our app and listen to the daily Alux coaching session or dive into one of our expert collections. Our goal is to help create 1,000 new millionaires, and we actually just got an email a few days ago from Clarence Lamb, the latest new millionaire to join Alux's ranks. With the help of the Alux app, you'll be reaching your goals in a fraction of the time you would without help, and at a fraction of the price of hiring a high-performance coach. And to sweeten the deal, until the end of January, you can actually get 50% off the yearly membership, a membership that will pay for itself in the first month alone. So download the app, scan the QR code on screen, and you'll snag 50% off the annual subscription. By this time next year, everyone will be wondering how you got so far so fast. I'll see you on the inside. Number 9, make every dollar work harder. When you receive a windfall, whether it's a bonus, a tax refund, or an unexpected gift, it's tempting to spend it right away. But self-made wealth isn't built on fleeting pleasures. It's built on decisions that multiply over time. By choosing to invest instead of spending, you let your money work for you, growing quietly in the background while you focus on other goals. Think of it this way. Every dollar you invest is like planting a seed. Over time, with the right care and patience, it grows into something far more valuable than its original form. It's a simple, powerful shift in mindset from instant gratification to lasting security. Number 10, wait and decide better. Impulse buying is like handing your emotions a blank check. It feels great in the moment, but it often leaves regret in its wake. That's why the 24-hour rule is a game changer. By waiting a full day before making a purchase, you give your rational brain the chance to take the wheel. This pause creates clarity, helping you to separate what you want from what you truly need. Think of it as a mental equivalent of walking past a store window instead of rushing in to buy something. You'll often find the thing you had to have isn't really as appealing 24 hours later, and when you do decide to buy it, you'll feel confident that it's worth it. Number 11. Save time and money by grouping. Imagine running errands one at a time, driving to the grocery store, then to the bank, then back out to pick up a package. Exhausting, right? That's why batching is such a game changer. By combining errands into one trip, you save fuel, cut down on wasted time, and free up mental energy for things that actually matter. The same principle applies to managing your money. When you batch similar tasks like paying bills, reviewing subscriptions, or setting up investments, you streamline your efforts and avoid the chaos of handling everything piece by piece. Number 12. Do it yourself to save. When you tackle small projects yourself, whether it's fixing a leaky faucet, painting a room, or preparing meals at home, you're not just saving money, you're tapping into your own resourcefulness. Every dollar you don't spend on outsourcing can go toward things that are truly requiring professional help or can be saved for your bigger goals. This video is kind of like a DIY toolkit for your financial success. Instead of paying someone to figure out your money habits, you're equipped with practical, straightforward tips that you can put into action yourself. Small efforts lead to big payoffs, and sometimes all it takes is rolling up your sleeves and getting started. Number 13. Small actions add up. Sometimes it's the smallest steps that create the biggest momentum. Roundup savings apps prove this beautifully. Here's how they work, okay? So every time you make a purchase, the app rounds up the total to the nearest dollar and tucks away the spare change into a savings account. That coffee you bought for $4.50, it rounds it up to $5 and 50 cents goes into your savings. It's subtle, almost invisible, but incredibly effective. Think of it like collecting those loose coins at the end of the day. Individually, they don't look like very much, but over weeks and months, they add up into something substantial. The magic is in the compounding. As those small amounts grow, they start earning interest or investment returns, making your spare change work harder than you ever imagined. And the beauty of these Roundup apps isn't just the money you save, it's how they build a habit of saving without effort. You don't have to remind yourself to set money aside or wrestle with your self-discipline. The app does it for you, silently creating a financial cushion in the background while you go about your life. It's a tiny adjustment to your daily spending, but one that could eventually fund an emergency expense, a small trip, or even your first step into investing. The lesson here: big financial wins don't always start with grand gestures. Sometimes they're hidden in the spare change that you didn't even realize you had. Number 14. Spend more now to save later. Sometimes spending a little more today can save you significantly in the future. Take energy-efficient appliances as an example. Sure, they often come with a higher price tag up front, but they're designed to consume less electricity or water, which means lower utility bills month after month. Over the lifespan of the appliance, the savings can far exceed the initial cost, leaving you with more money in your pocket. Think of it like buying a pair of high-quality shoes. Cheap ones might seem like a bargain, sure, but they wear out quickly and need replacing more often. But a well-made pair, even though it's more expensive, lasts longer and delivers more comfort and durability, saving you time and money in the long run. The same logic applies to energy-efficient upgrades for your home. A better insulated window, a smart thermostat, or LED bulbs might seem like small changes, but they add up to noticeable savings over time. And it's not just about money. You're also cutting down on waste and helping the environment, which is an added win. By thinking ahead and prioritizing efficiency, you're making a decision that pays off repeatedly long after the initial investment. It's not just smart spending, it's future-proofing your finances. And number 15, let your money grow on its own. Now, the secret to building wealth often lies in letting time do the heavy lifting. Increasing your retirement contributions is one of the easiest ways to harness the power of compound interest. Here's how it works, okay? So when you contribute to a retirement fund, your money doesn't just sit there, it earns returns. Then those returns start earning on their own returns, creating a snowball effect over time. The earlier you start, the more powerful this becomes. Even small contributions made consistently can grow into substantial sums when given enough time. Let's say you invest $200 a month starting at age 25. By the time you're 65, that small monthly habit could grow into hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on the rate of return. Start that same habit at 35 and you'll end up with significantly less, even if you're contributing the same amount. It's not just about saving, it's about making your money work for you. With compound interest, time becomes your greatest ally. Each year, your investments grow a little bit more, not because you're adding extra, but because they're compounding on themselves. This strategy isn't about effort, it's about consistency and patience. By starting early and contributing regularly, you're planting seeds that will keep you growing long after you've stopped thinking about them. It's the ultimate set-it-and-forget-it approach to building financial security. And since you stuck with us all the way to the end, Alux, you're getting a bonus, and today's bonus is buy smarter, not more. Because when it comes to cutting costs, buying in bulk is one of the simplest ways to make your money stretch further. Think about the essentials you use regularly, things like household supplies, pantry staples, or personal care products. Purchasing these items in larger quantities not only lowers the cost per unit, but also reduces the need for frequent shopping trips, saving you time and fuel. Bulk buying works because it taps into economies of scale. Retailers offer discounts when you purchase more, and over time, those small savings add up. Let's say you buy a 10-pack of toilet paper instead of single rolls. You're not just saving money on the product, you're also cutting down on the number of trips to the store, which means fewer opportunities for impulse buys that chip away at your budget. But here's the key, okay? Buying in bulk only pays off if you focus on essentials. Stocking up on things you won't actually use will lead to waste, negating any savings. Smart bulk buying is about planning ahead, knowing what you actually need, and resisting the urge to overstock on non-essentials. It's not just a financial win, it's a practical one too. By buying smarter, you simplify your shopping routine, reduce waste, and free up resources for things that matter most. And that about does it for us today, Aluxer. We'll see you back here next time. Until then, take care, my friend.